just my sister's song. Okay, thanks so much for coming today. Really, I wanted to talk about just what an extraordinary person my dad was. And I'm saying that not just because he's my dad, but because I truly feel he was a special person. There are too many unique, amazing things about him where I can't possibly talk about them all now. So I thought I'd just talk about 4 major lessons that have stuck with me over the years and continue to inspire me, and also help me to try to at least inspire other people through my work and among my friends and family. The first is to question the world, be really attentive to everything going around you, have an insatiable thirst for knowledge, and never stop learning. Even at a young age, he encouraged us to wonder how things work, why people act a certain way, how can situations or things or gadgets possibly be improved. He always sought new things, new adventures, new people, new cultures, and ultimately new perspectives. And I really think that he tried so hard to explore and understand the world because he was gleaning the best information to apply to his own life to make it the best it could be, and also help others make their lives as great as they could be as well. This principle of broadening your understanding to make smarter decisions applies to the next major lesson I learned from him through life, and that was to always deviate from the norm. He always taught us as kids, make sure you know the rules, understand the systems, because you want to break them effectively. And it wasn't to wreak havoc, but really to think outside the box and transcend stagnancy and normalcy, and again, improve your life and the situations around you. He also taught us to ignore statistics. And I remember when I was applying to colleges, my grades weren't bad, but they weren't super fantastic, and the school I wanted to go to, statistically, I probably wasn't going to get in, and I was lamenting to him about this, and he didn't bat an eyelash. He said, "Oh, don't worry about it. You're different. We're outliers." And so I said, okay, and sure enough, I did get in, and first round, and so this fearless confidence, even if sometimes it's not logical, has always stuck with me, and the concept of always pushing the envelope has always stuck with me and resonated with me. It's interesting because I was looking at his website the past couple weeks, and I noticed one of his main quotes is the same quote I have on my Facebook profile, and that is, they're similar. Basically, those who say it cannot be done shouldn't interrupt the people doing it. And on mine it says, don't interrupt me while I'm doing it, but his is get out of my way because I'm already doing it. So I toned it down a little bit, and anybody who does know him knows he does like driving fast, and if you know his car license plate, it says Tyvoom, which if you see it in your rear view mirror, it says move it. The third major lesson, which I think we should all take to heart today, is about balance. He always told this story about at Stanford Business School, they brought in an alum to talk about how successful you can be with your Stanford Business School degree. And this guy came in, and he apparently was in his 40s, and he had all gray hair. He hobbled onto the stage because apparently he had gout. He was divorced and had heart problems. But he was very, very wealthy, and he was very, very successful. And that was the day my dad told me he vowed to never be that way, and to obviously have ambition and be successful, but live a balanced life and leave the city and travel and revere the family. And that really shows in how he was as a father, a husband, and a friend to those around him. He always made time for us growing up. I don't remember I don't think he ever had a 9-to-5 job, maybe, at least while I was alive. He took us out into nature and traveling throughout our lives, and he took naps anytime he wanted, in his car or in the park, just brought his laptop. And so he lived a productive life, but also a very enjoyable, leisurely life at the same time. So it's a good role model for us as a family I don't know if you know, but none of us have 9-to-5 jobs either, so we're following in his footsteps. The fourth lesson is about bottomless, endless generosity and giving with wild abandon. And this is a lesson that I'm inspired by. I'm still working on it. He just really got so much joy from helping others and giving in any way to other people. He loved sharing information, sharing the wisdom or experiences or whatever he had gleaned from his life and share it with others. He was a wonderful grandfather, always not pushing but inspiring Teo and Tessa to just be creative and be imaginative and use their mind. And I was most recently reminded of the gushing love and unconditional support he had for us in the last few weeks, which Futong mentioned, where all of us family, Futong, his brother, our immediate family, my mom's mom, Mary, and my mom's brother, Chris, by phone from LA. We were all with him pretty much 24/7 his whole last week in a tiny room in the ICU. And we just surrounded him with love and support and positive thoughts and just our presence. And it was just palpable in the room. It was just a beautiful reflection of the love that he gave us. I just reflected the love and support he gave us through our lives because we were happy to be there. We were excited to come together and be by his side. And as Futong said, it was just really beautiful. Okay. So, none of these lessons on paper are that groundbreaking or rocket science, but I think it was really the depth of his passion for living this way and the embedded philosophy to enjoy every single moment and live life really to the fullest was what made him really extraordinary. And always with a smile and always laughing, telling jokes. And so I just wanted to close saying that our dad was a force of love, intelligence, and innovation. He had ripple effects on all those around him, and I just hope that we all can perpetuate that same fire in our lives now that he's left this world. So thank you, Dad, for all that you've taught us and the love that you've shared with us, and you're one in a million.